Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Commissioners. My name is Nikolai Hens. I am a yellow cab driver since 1988. I'm an owner since 1990. Why I am here? I'm supposed to be in the streets. I am here because of you. And I tell you why. Chairman, you said about 35,000 licenses more. That's mean for yellow or for the black cars? You have about $8 billion probably, or maybe more, maybe 9, but between 8 and 9, which you share with 50,000 cars until 2013 or 2014. Now, those money you share with 35,000 cars more. That's why I'm here. You took my money for exclusive rights to hail in New York City, and now you give it to others for free. Either all the taxes should be with $1 million or all of them free. It's your power to rule and to make the law. Make them all free or all of them with $1 million. You cannot have taxi with $1 million and taxi free. Because my investment is, I never can compete with people which got a free license. Competition is good for consumers, but it has to be fair and square. After 30 years, please, let me speak because they'll cut me off. After 30 years, I am sick and tired to have millions rules on my back and others have no rules. Why is that? I am shaking because I am so mad. I cannot cry. I never cry in my life. Not even when I was 6 years of age and my father lost everything he had in Romania to the communism. We create new communism here, protecting the Silicon Valley, protecting the Google, Facebook, and others which put money to steal what other people pay, for the city. I was forced for 5 cars to dump it after 5 years, not even 200,000 miles, because of your rules of 5 years. Now you give me one more extension a year. For what? Give me my exclusive rights back. Yes. Don't force me to stay 14, 16 hours a day to recover what other people get it for free. I'm sorry to do other things what I have. Mayor Bloomberg said we have to save the environment. How? With SUV, which makes 7 miles a gallon? And they take, please let me speak. And others, they have 8, 9, 10 people. Do they pay insurance for 10 people? No. You're supposed to verify that. You forced me to carry the insurance with the policy in the car. And others,
Thank you for your testimony.
Thank you. Commissioners, thank you very much for letting me speak up here. Most of my points have been covered already, so I'm going to address this in a different way. And one of the questions to you is, it is or it is not the duty of the TLC to establish and enforce standards for the well-being of the whole industry. I don't know much of the legality of your actions since I'm not a lawyer, but I think it's immoral. The 2 fundamental principles that set the difference between the yellow cabs and FHV have been compromised or given away, and that is the hails. Now we have an electronic device, we call it e-hail. It is also like any other hail which service people ready to travel. It is service on demand, and that should never have been given away to anybody else. The other is meters. The use of meters is only is one of the principles that the yellow cab and green cab has used to have right now, but has been given away. And those are the core problems of this whole nightmare that we are facing right now. The yellow cab industry, for so many years, for decades, has been the gateway of immigrants for us to be able to succeed in life. This has been our way of life and the ability that gave us to send our kids to school for a better education so they can have the American dream. Our dreams, working 60, 80 hours a week for years and years, we didn't care. We were just satisfied because honestly, we trust the TLC and the City of New York that they will fulfill their commitment also. We feel betrayed. We don't know just what is going on. with this so much of unfair competition up there and the lack of enforcement. Now, it's not only the consequences. I hear that you want to hear the consequences of this. The consequences right now is homes, medallions, foreclosed, bankruptcies, marriage dissolved, unthinkable. Equity is wiped out. When it comes the time for me to buy a new car, I don't have the equity because most of the time we work out a loss. No money even behind on our payments. Our dreams and retirement have been shattered. And not only we are suffering as drivers, the pain and anxiety now it is in our families. I mean, working now longer hours and still don't make ends meet. Our health is getting poorer. So how much longer are we gonna take? Your actions for the good or the well-being of the industry is very important. And I think we should be addressing this head on. We cannot live in this way no more. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your testimony.
We just made it. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Carolyn Protz. I am an individual medallion owner. I won't go into the details of the losses in trip numbers, revenues, medallion values, rental income received by medallion owners, foreclosures. I'm sure you're familiar with all of the numbers. It's all on your website and in the news. I've listened most attentively to Commissioner Zoshi's frequent refrain regarding the primary goals of the TLC. They are safety, consumer protection, driver welfare, and accessibility. It's telling that no mention is ever made of the orphan stepchildren of the for-hire vehicle world. In short, the individual medallion owner. Together with their families, they comprise approximately 30,000 people. 30,000 people whose rights have been trampled under the guise of competition. Commissioner, whenever you're asked about this segment, the response is something about the free market. Yes, I read Ayn Rand too in junior high school. There is no free market. There is no free market because New York City already sold the franchise to us, the yellow taxi owners, for $9 billion over the last 20 years. And then you proceeded to give it away, that which we had already paid for. Why do you think unsuspecting immigrants were willing to give you over $1 million for the right to transport passengers on demand? They expected that you would enforce your own rules. They have been sadly disappointed. It's interesting that mileage by all for-hire vehicles is up 28% between 2014 and 16. How on earth can that be in keeping with New York City and Department of Transportation's Vision Zero goals of lessening congestion, accidents, fatalities, pollution, and encouraging people to use public transportation? You have let loose a tsunami that you cannot control. With all the excess vehicles chasing too few trips, you have forced drivers to pick up illegally just so they can survive, and you know it. You said yourself, it's too lucrative to stop them. This situation unaddressed will only worsen. It's not an act of God. It's not a hurricane. It's not an earthquake. The problem was created either by design or default by New York City government, and the solution lies with you. Thank you.